The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Let's learn to love. Love Talk Show.
The Universal Church is delighted to announce the celebration of its 30-year anniversary in the United Kingdom. Over the past 3 decades, countless lives have been transformed, families restored, and faith renewed. From 6th to 14th February 2025, we invite you to join us for a week of inspiring events designed to strengthen your faith, empower your journey, and bring people together in celebration of this remarkable milestone. On Thursday, 6th February at 8 p.m, the Night of the Disciples, with Bishop Renato Cardoso. On Friday, 7th February at 7:30 p.m, Freedom Night, with Bishop Alvaro Lima. On Saturday, 8th February at 4 p.m, the Love School returns with Bishop Renato and Cristiane Cardoso. On Sunday, 9th February at 10 a.m, Gathering of the Nations, a special service with Bishop Adir Macedo. And on the same day at 6 p.m, a special night for all Portuguese speakers. On Monday, 10th February at 7:30 p.m, the Night of Big Dreams with Bishop Julio Freitas. On Tuesday, 11th February at 7:30 p.m, Women's Night with Mrs. Cristiane Cardoso. On Wednesday, 12th February at 7:30 p.m, the Night of Salvation with Bishop Randall Brito. On Friday, 14th February at 11 p.m, VYG Night Vigil Next Generation with Bishop Celso Jr. This anniversary is more than just a celebration of the past. It's a time to look forward to the future, united in hope, with renewed strength and purpose. Join us at the Cathedral of Miracles at Rainbow Theatre, 232 Seven Sisters Road, Finsbury Park, London, N4 3NX. For more information, visit uckg.org.
Let's learn to love. Love Talk Show.
Very good evening and welcome to the Love Talk Show.
Where you can learn intelligent love.
And tonight is the night where you learn about love.
Yes, you
Let's
do.
learn how to love. And in this program tonight, we're going to talk about amazing things. Nevertheless, I have seen people here connect with us.
Yeah.
We have our rulers in faith. We have here Royals, then Tobias, Tara from Plast, Hortensia from Plast, Glasgow, Jessica. Good evening all, says Jack from Ipswich, Jovian, Naomi as well from Wooler, Lydia, Bettina from Croydon. Good evening to everyone who is watching our program. Also, perhaps you're not watching, but you are listening to our program, because you are doing it from your car or inside of the bus. Sometimes
Yes.
it's difficult to get, the
Leave
video, the visual.
Yeah.
But you can, of course, hear the audio through that. We start our program, we have a very nice subject. When a marriage turns into a problem. Do you know when? When? Have you seen that happen? When I turn my marriage into a problem? Actually, it's a pronoun. We are using the I as a pronoun. So we're going to find out more, Chris, about that throughout our program.
Yes.
But I think it's important that we realize what happened in the last love therapy.
Oh, yes, definitely. Love therapy.
Yeah, so let's watch together some highlights of the last love therapy, and I'll be right back with you.
What lessons can we take from the, E those lessons is from both men and women. Men and women in the past, until today, but more in the past, they used to have their roles very defined. The man knew what he should do. And the women also, they knew what she should do. Time has passed, and things that were very simple now becomes a lot of complicated. I'll give an example to you. I'll ask my wife. Please, Chris, come here. The men in the past, they had their role, which is, regarding to the well, he needs to find water. And after that, they have to dig a well. We have an image that can show you. Imagine that. They don't have the tools that exist today. So the role of the man was, okay, let me go. I have to find the place where there is water, and I have to dig. Once I dug and I find water, I can provide for my family. To do that, it was the role of the man. Why? For obvious reasons. Men physically are more stronger than women. The man would dig a well. The man will protect the well after that, fight if it's necessary, for the other ones don't come and to take the water. What about the woman? The woman would go to draw water from the well. That was the role of the women, which requires also strength. There's not as much of digging a well. And she was, for her husband, a helper. As her husband was hunting, remember, the men of the past used to hunt as well. She would go by the well and bring what? Water. And both men and women would live in harmony. Tell me, what has changed? Because for thousands of years, I can say, people, they knew their roles and never it was a problem. But there are so many trends, I believe the word is trends, happening nowadays. They are trying to, the role of the woman, for example, being a helper. Many people say that you are diminish a woman. She is a slave if she helps her husband, for example, if she cooks, if she cleans. No, if she does that, her husband also needs to do. Looks like they almost want to do half of the chores everyone want to do in the house. And because of this confusion, because it is something that we should not even speak about, because something was so natural. I understand that my husband is hunting, let's say. He's digging a well. He managed to do that. There is someone to protect and fight by the well. So I'm going to help. I'm going to go there and draw what? Water, and everything is going to be ready here. But in our days, to speak about that is a problem. Because apparently people, they are changing roles. People who is not following the words of God. The words of God, it is what gives us a guidance.
Let's learn to love. Love Talk Show.
We are back. We're going to show you in a moment a video. We are live, and now it's just 10:08. We are live here from studios of the Liberty Radio, and we're going to show you a video. It speaks about one of the most successful coaches here in UK. and after so many years married, he just decided to get divorced. Pep Guardiola. Many of you, if you know a bit about football, you know that he is the successful coach now of Manchester City and has been from Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and many other clubs. But it's not about his success, his career. He is very successful, but he could not hold a marriage. And we are going to speak about that tonight. We want to know from you as well. So invite your friends, your colleagues, they can watch this video together. And Chris?
Yes. This program that we have on Mondays that says Learn to Love, it's really important because for you who are single, how you can avoid actually many problems in your relationship. If you are married and maybe you are going through a tough moment, you can learn, you can get tips in how to, move on, make your love life to move, your marriage to go well. And if you are there, you from the love team and you are there, maybe you are single, but you helping the love team, you can also learn how to help people around you.
Definitely, because it's important not only to help people, but you're going to perhaps not apply those things right now, but you can apply those things in the near future. That's the perspective we want to pass to each one of you. So before we play this video, Chris, we have also a new poll. Obviously, this poll we're going to display now for you to see is the poll not for this coming Thursday. This coming Thursday, we're going to have here the Night of the Disciples. I can't believe we already started the week.
Yes.
The 30th anniversary has started. I can't believe it's so fast.
It is so fast.
It's so fast.
It's one in 30 years, right? So this will be amazing. It's unmissable.
8 p.m. I don't know how you should arrive early.
Yes.
Tell us here on the chat what time will you be arriving, because as far as I've heard it from people, Chris.
Where you want to sit? You want to sit in the main auditorium, in the balcony,
or Portuguese auditorium, Spanish auditorium, or be standing somewhere in the Spanish auditorium or the Portuguese.
Yes. So
you have to decide to come early because that night is going to be very special.
Yes.
But this poll is going to be, showing here for you to vote. In every program we're going to do throughout this week and next week, because this program is going to be revealed the winner only next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, the following Wednesday, because it's going to be for the Love Therapy on the, if I'm not mistaken, on the 13th of February with Bishop James. So, and then we have the night video of the Next Generation on the following day.
It would be nice.
Wow, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
All those days, okay? So let's do this, Chris. We spoke a little bit about that and what we are going to do. Let's watch the video together, and we're going to be right back with tips how I keep my marriage, not turn my marriage into a problem. Let's go for it.
Let's learn to love. Love Talk Show.
Let's learn to love. You see, I was even asking a dear Chris, there's few things about this video. I think I can just stop at this part here. Yeah, that is here. There is few things. So they describe if it is. So what could be the reason for people ending their marriage? So first one, addiction to work. Addiction to work. So I will speak about that, Chris. How many people, not only married people, but single people too, people who, they decide somehow just to prioritize their career, their work. And people, they say, no, I'm going to look, I'm going to search for someone, I'm going to think of my love life only, that's about the singles. Only when I graduate, when I have a diploma, when I become a doctor, engineer, when I succeed in my career, when I'm a successful woman or successful man, then I'm going to think about relationship.
Yeah.
Other cases are people when they prioritize their work more than their family. Usually men do that, but society has changed. There is a lot of women doing that as well. Their work, their job, their careers is everything that matters. Family, relationship, everything becomes the second, the third.
And none of it, it's important to mention it, none of it is based in the work of God.
In the words of God, no.
In the word, in the word of God. In the word of God.
Yeah.
So God never teaches to value, there is that pyramid
Yeah.
that we've learned a while back. There is an order to God.
And God has to be the
Everything
number one, Chris.
has an order. So God is the first. So when we see that relationships like that we watched in the video about famous people, it's not to scare you who are single, because sometimes the people sometimes think,
we have more subjects, Chris. I wanted to talk about that because we're talking just about the first one. Again, it's not a criticism, it doesn't matter if you're married or single, but there are different things. We spoke first about addiction to work. We explain it. It doesn't matter if you're single or married. But the second point the video explains well, Chris, that's what I want you to talk about, is about infidelity.
yes,
So what infidelity can cause in a relationship, and also to someone who wants to start a relationship, but likes to be with one person today, another person tomorrow. You can talk a little bit about that.
yes, infidelity in a relationship is something very hard, because nobody gets married, trust someone, and then after this person just cheat on that person, and it's not easy. However, of course, we are talking about people that don't know the word of God, that don't prioritize their spiritual life, and have not come in the love therapy to learn how to love and so many other things, and receive the tips they need in order to have a right relationship. But infidelity it's something very hard. But why it comes into a relationship?
Because if the person, Chris, you talk about Christian values or that comes from the Word of God. Infidelity is a nature of someone who is not of God. So when we speak to you, when we tell you, look, you're looking for someone, find someone in the same faith, someone of God, a man of God and a woman of God, exactly because of that. Because fidelity, it's part of a life of someone who is born of God. But I want you, Chris, now go for the third one that you spoke about, detachment. You have the attachment and detachment.
Yeah, amor, I understand that point. I don't know what to say about detachment, actually.
Yeah.
Because I just see that
it's a bit hard.
A couple start to being apart from each other for many reasons. So they, as in that case, she was saying that they just became two friends. Again, why everything starts, regarding to everything, addiction to work, addicted to work, infidelity, detachment, everything starts
but
in
you know
a
what?
point in the relationship.
You see, when you look to the words, Chris, look, we have that attachment when someone is too attached, and detachment.
Yeah,
so imagine this. That was the case of this couple.
yes.
For example, they are so close together, and they become like roommates. They are just concentrating in what they need
They
to
need
do.
to do, exactly.
And they forget to look for each other. That's something that
Exactly.
happens with many people.
It happens with many people.
It's like now I got married. Now I have a wife. Now I have a husband. That's great. That's it. They stop caring. They stop caring, and that is a
Stop
problem.
investing in that relationship.
Exactly. That's
taking
why we
care
advise.
of each other. Because what happened, Rodrigo, is that many times people see a couple and they say, oh, they are just lucky to have each other. But it is not.
No,
It's a
everything
lot
to
of
do with
work.
It's a
It's
hard
a
work.
lot of work. So,
And then we come to the last one,
yes.
which is regret.
Yes.
Because we don't want to be speaking with you for a long time. We are already talking too much. It's not really the purpose of our program. We're going to be brief in our comments that you can have time to digest and also think about what we are saying, which is regret. So things that people say that they shouldn't do or they should do, they didn't.
Yes.
The choices and decisions and things they should do in a different way, they did wrong. And they say, if I could, I would go back and do it differently. If I went, but that's the thing. You don't need to have any regret if you do what needs to be done now. So let's end here. The time to do what needs to be done is now. If you do what needs to be done now, you will have no regrets because you have done what needs to be done. Invest your love life, attend the love therapy seminars, do what is necessary. And to end, Chris, our program tonight, I want to announce to everyone, tomorrow we have our program Q&A. We're going to be here with you tomorrow in our Q&A program. But this coming Wednesday, we decide to show you again the story of Pastor Michael Souza. So Wednesday, you're going to watch again the story of Pastor Michael Souza. If you miss it, I think it's important because we have few points for you to watch in that show. This is going to be Wednesday. But tomorrow we have few questions we are going to answer in our program Q&A. Okay? It was a pleasure to be with all of you, Chris.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have all of you here connected with us.
Now, digest, think about what you have heard tonight, and tomorrow we'll be right back at same time with your program, Love Talk Show. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
How long have you been attending the Love Therapy seminars for?
I've been attending the Love Therapy seminars for 8 years.
And what would you say your love life was like before you started attending the Love Therapy seminars?
Well, to be honest, I had no love life or partner to speak of, but I would just say in terms of love life in general, it was pretty much a disaster. I was someone who's afraid to speak to anybody of the opposite gender. I kind of was a bit of a man-hater. I didn't know how to even take the first step in my love life, even though deep down inside I kind of craved having a partner. So even if I'd gotten into a relationship, the idea of commitment and marriage is something that really scared me. So even if I had gone ahead with it, it would have just been a disaster.
And what made you decide to start attending the Love Therapy?
One thing that made me start attending the Love Therapy was when I was speaking to an assistant in another country. And at that time, I think I was around about 20. And then they were saying, oh, okay, you're about 20. In this country where we're here now, like that's usually the age that sometimes people get married. And literally when he said that, the amount of dread that I was filled with even shocked me. I said, wow, am I this afraid of marriage? That it's literally, it wasn't just fear. It was something that was even beyond fear. And I said, no, I need help with this because it's not just something like, oh, okay, no, I just don't care about my love life. It's actually, no, this is a deep fear and I need to find a way to overcome this. And that's why I started attending.
And what would you say is the most significant change you've seen within yourself since you started attending the Love Therapy?
I'd say the most significant change I can see, one is that I actually genuinely love myself now, and not just in terms of, okay, I think that I'm pretty or I think that I'm, I look good, but in terms of I actually like who I am as a person. I like my personality, and that's something that I never thought that other people could love me for. I thought I would be seen as annoying and I wouldn't be able to add to anyone, and that's something that made me look down on myself as well. And the second thing is that I'm actually able to handle rejection. And it sounds a bit crazy, like, oh, okay, you're attending Love Therapy, like, so you're going to come here to get rejected. But it's like, you come here, and even with the singles hours that we have today, you come and you talk to people, and not everybody is going to be loving you and falling in love with you. But it's actually learning that you can talk to people, and it's okay if they don't like you, and it's not the end of the world, and it doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. It just means that maybe that person is just not suitable for you. Maybe they might be suitable for someone else, maybe your friends, but in terms of actually being able to be like, okay, wow, this is not soul crushing anymore, is really amazing. Like I've been able to gain that much confidence in myself and myself as a person that I'm not dependent on someone else to validate me. And I think a lot of people don't understand how much value that actually has.
You mentioned that you attended the Singles Hour today. How was that? What did you think of the Singles Hour? And are you looking forward to future Singles Hours this year?
So the Singles Hour today, to be honest, I was even speaking to someone as well, and it was literally like, I want to come here to talk, to be able to socialize, to be able to understand people. And sometimes especially sometimes you come to the love therapy seminars, you may come to other meetings or services in the church, and then you're like, oh, my day's love life. No, I don't want anything to do with that. Even as soon as you open your mouth and talk to someone, that means you're going to rush straight into a relationship. And it's like, no, you're literally just learning how to be a functioning human being. You're learning how to talk to someone. And the thing is, if we don't learn how to talk to other people, how are we going to learn to then develop in our relationships? Because sometimes we want to just avoid love therapy altogether. Maybe it's something that scares us, maybe it's something that we have a bad perception of, but yet we still want to get married, we still want to be in a relationship. But if you don't start with the first step, how are you going to go to the fifth, to the sixth, to the seventh step? You know, it's like you're trying to leap down a bunch of stairs. If you don't go down properly, you're going to fall. So this is what Singles Hour really is about. And as I said, I used to be really afraid of marriage, of commitment. Before I can say the age of 18, I didn't really talk to guys. If you were not in my class, if you're not part of my school, if you're not part of my assignment, why are you talking to me? Literally, if you're not my family, why are you talking to me? So to develop from that girl who didn't even know how to talk to guys, who was so insecure about marriage and commitment, to be able to come here and hold a conversation and not be like, oh my days, I had this conversation, so this guy's going to be my boyfriend. No, just a normal conversation is amazing. And I think a lot more people should actually get involved in Singles Hour. It doesn't mean that, okay, now, you know, you're desperate, or now it's like, no, you must be in a relationship. It's like, no, you're just learning how to talk. You're learning how to, if I could say, get to that next step in your love life.